Your blood won't bother me. Come on! You want a real fight, eh? Come on. You aren't the first, and you won't be the last.
I thought I was a goner just now. Thanks for the help, and if you need any supplies, take a look. See you.
What was that? Your feeble attempt to hide is insulting. Ah! So ends the lesson. Good. You're fine. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside. Well, you're leading and I'm following. Just make. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here.
This is typically a great time to eat or nap.
Must you keep stopping? 25 years ago, when I arrived, before I could even draw my car, I staggered away from the ruins. To this day, I've regretted. The guild sides quickly formed. Fortunately, I persevered. The infighting, I spent thousands of. She was a stubborn, but she was also. Gallus trusted her too much, if you want to call it that. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. Greed? One thing's certain, I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild, take it. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house. Let's get going. I want her head on my mantle. What is it? Let's get going. I want her head on my mantle. This better be important. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest. That's enough of this unnecessary chatting. We need to keep going. They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult. Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how. Not a lot. Skill. That should do it. After you. The stench in here. This place smells of death. Be on your guard. Control the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlia reset all of the traps. You can't hide from me! The fight was an execution.
Here we go.
I can bare my teeth when I need to.
I had no doubt.
What was that? Your feeble attempt to hide is insulting. I'll spit on your corpse.
Don't die on me.
I'd say I expect more.
Bring it on.
Fight is execution. What was that?
Die, beast!
Execution. There's two more of them ahead. This shouldn't take long.
Man hurt! I was beginning to...
It's the lesson. Bone chimes. Clever. Rigged to wake the Draugr.
Here comes trouble! Me!
Got your back, and you have mine.
Die hard, scum! What is it now? This hurts.
I'll spit on your corpse.
Think you're tough?
So
quick.
This hurts. Brace yourself. Die deep.
Everything about you is foul.
Just a scratch. That's all. Fools. Oh, joy! I just love getting dead person dust on my armor. That's all? Fools.
Who's there? Your people have to hide in the
Stay down.
Who's there?
You're not ready for this.
Do you think this staff makes me look
We're on the right track.
intimidating?
Been through here as well. Who's there?
You went for This is not going to end well for you.
Katana's going to get you.
It's over.
What is it now?
That's a
I was beginning to wonder.
Neat glasswork.
Who's there?
Sit down.
How disappointing.
Glad we found another dungeon. Your hoard of treasure was getting a bit low, wasn't it?
Ooh, a crypt.
Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness.
Why
How to
do
exploit
all
it.
of the Nordic ruins
Quite
have
simple,
living
really.
dead in them?
Carlia's close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Haunting Brew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowveil Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside. I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before. Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity. There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey. He was a scholar, a master thief, and a natural leader. Everyone respected him and followed him without question. It was Gallus who inducted me into the Nightingales and honed my skills to a razor-sharp point. I owe everything to him. We were very close. Gallus once said he felt comfortable around me, able to let his guard down. I can't help but think that I'm responsible for what happened to him. I'm afraid not. There are preparations to make, and Gallus's remains to lay to rest. I promise to join you there as soon as I can. Mercer lied to the Guild, branded me a murderer, and slandered my name across his network of contacts. For 25 years I ran, never sleeping in the same place twice and carefully covering my tracks. Mercer doesn't need to die. He needs to feel the cold sting of fate as his life crumbles in front of him and he's hunted by the Guild. I can promise you, if it comes to that, and my back's to the wall, I won't hesitate. Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelligar. Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You, now, take a deep breath. Could you describe the smell? It was a minor miscalculation. Well, now, I have work
How are you
to do.
holding up?
You may... Go away.
You'll be well soon enough.
Yes, what is it? Carlia, do you have Gallus's journal? A problem? No, this is just like Gallus. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. The court wizard of Markarth, Calcelmo, may have the materials you need. A word of warning. Calcelmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamria, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the deep. Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you. Calcelmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this pendant would look lovely on my sister. Here we go.
I die for my people.
The Forsworn are here in the city.
Everyone stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
Knew it.
Did you hear all that noise outside?
It's just the market rabble. We should get back to work. You there, if you're here to trade, step up to the counter. You've been seen in the company of the companion. Oh. You aren't for hire, are you? Thank you. I'll have a sum of gold waiting. Of course.
Ugh. Figures.
I inherit my husband, Gunnar. No, it was the Forsworn, wasn't it? I lose dozens of shipments every season. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
don't know anything about this house?
No.
Anyone seen entering and leaving? Straight lines.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no. I can't talk about it. Rest assured. All right? We've discovered that some of the dead... We haven't... If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcade will reward you. Take my key, and be careful.
This is nice.
So this better be important. What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more... I told you... I'm sorry, I got... Then you were well informed. I am at this very moment on the... I'm calling it Calcelmo's Guide to the Falmer Tongue. Preposterous. That research represents years of personal toil. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. While I appreciate being an admirer, I'm not certain how many scholars you're... Do you realize? You best rethink this course of action, or you may find yourself on the exit. While I appreciate being an admirer, very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you. What is it this time? Oh, be certain to purchase my Falmer translation tome when it's completed.
Halt! The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's permission. Because Calcil... You have a problem with that? Go talk to him. You'll find him in front of the ruins during the day. You're here to see the Jarl. No sudden moves. Understand?
What a waste. There must be a dozen men out there. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart woman. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After.
After all this running,
Until
I should
next time.
really start kicking people more.
stir. Kill any intruders on sight. Call for backup if you need it. But let no one through.
As you say, sir.
Gonna die for that. No! What do you think this is?
Another trap, most likely. Is it dangerous? 3 of the guards died when the lower hall flooded with steam.
What's going on here?
Not go easy on here.
How's that feel? Look at us, leaving them all breathless.
You're the one to... Bring it on.
They didn't stand a chance. Hey, what's the rush?
You remind me of my sister. She has such a way with words.
Here comes trouble.
And suddenly, everything's still except for us.
Better than us being the things that are still.
Gonna die for that.
I'll be your anchor.
So you can. I was beginning to wonder.
My friend here will tear you apart.
Stay down.
Lots of business here, but they don't seem to take kindly to outsiders much.
All these things you happen to find, people don't search for them long. Allow me.
Over here! Eric, victory is yours! Where are you?
I'm a little harder to kill.
Come on, hit me if you're so great. I hardly felt a thing.
That's sorted.
Well, okay.
All right, men. Spread out and search the tower. Don't tell me. We're dealing here.
Hold still.
And die for that.
Damn you!
Oh. Rules.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Back, eh? And how was our friend Calselmo? I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to
I
a
heard
rubbing,
the city
eh?
used to have a lot
Odd.
more vibrance.
I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this.
Night night.
Over here,
Sleep
please.
tight. Don't let a skeever bite you in the face.
This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enthir? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enthir. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enthir. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word.
You go rest. I want to drink a little.
Listen, all I
if there's
want is
anyone
the
here
truth
I
to be
know.
revealed to the... Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal... If you ever manage to gain entry to the college and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. Was there something else? If you ever need something, especially something hard to come by, In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elves. They lived in the sun. If you ever need something, especially something hard to come by, let me know.